Justice Arun Monga, Justice Vitasta Ganju, family members of Justice Monga and Justice Ganju, my esteemed sister and brother judges at the High Court, Shri Chetan Sharma, Additional Solicitor General of India, Shri Ved Prakash Sharma, Member Bar Council of Delhi, Shri N. Hariharan, President Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Sachin Puri, Vice President Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Kunal Malhotra, Joint Secretary Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Sameer Vasisht, Standing Counsel, Civil Government of NCT of Delhi, Standing Councils and of the Central and State Government, Executive Members of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, Office Bearers of Bar Council of Delhi and other district bar associations, senior advocates, members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to all of you. We have assembled here to bid farewell to Justice Arun Monga and Justice Vitasta Ganju as they proceed to Rajasthan High Court and Karnataka High Court respectively upon transfer from this court. Justice Monga pursued his school education in Punjab, where his father served as a judicial officer. Justice Monga's father had superannuated from Superior Judicial Services, and it was the path shown by him that later became Justice Monga's destiny. After schooling, he enrolled for graduation and took up Bachelor of Science at DAV College, Chandigarh. He finished his graduation with First Division and was also awarded the College Colour Award. Thereafter, he enrolled in law at the Punjab University, Chandigarh, and graduated with First Division. Throughout his educational journey, Justice Monga remained a bright student who excelled in the academics. While studying law, he also enjoyed teaching chemistry at a school in Chandigarh. Justice Monga commenced his legal career as an advocate in the year 1991 in the High Court of Chandigarh, Punjab and Haryana at Chandigarh. In 1997-98, he shifted his seat of practice to Delhi, where he practiced for over 20 years. As a practitioner, Justice Monga had a fairly diverse practice. He handled individual as well as corporate clients and dealt with litigation as well as transactional work. In October 2018, he was elevated as a judge of High Court of Punjab and Haryana, and ever since, he has been serving in that capacity. As a judge, Justice Monga has cultivated a reputation for being a relief-oriented judge who listens patiently and decides decisively. In his short tenure in this court, he has served well, and members of the bar, especially the criminal bar, are full of appreciation for his contribution. I have also been told that he is a judge who does not hesitate to do course correction when he goes wrong in matters of procedure or otherwise, which is an indicator of his judicial approach. Although this institution would have benefited from Justice Monga's presence, I am confident that he would perform his functions with the same commitment, dedication, and integrity at Rajasthan High Court. Justice Monga is an avid sportsperson and a nature enthusiast. We are confident that he would enjoy his time in Rajasthan. Transfers are part of job, and being a sportsman, we are certain that Justice Monga would always uphold the spirit of the game. Justice Tara was born in 1971 in Delhi. She did her schooling from Sardar Patel Vidyalaya, Lodi State, and did her high school from the same school. In 1992, she enrolled for graduation and studied political science for her bachelor's degree from Lady Shri Ram College, University of Delhi. After graduating in political science honors, Justice Ganju enrolled for LLB in the Faculty of Law, University of Delhi, and completed the same in the year 1995. In the same year, she came on the roll of Bar Council of Delhi and commenced her practice. Even after entering the profession, Justice Ganju continued her education in law and received the British Chevening Scholarship awarded by the British Council in the year 1999. As a Chevening Scholar, she completed a course in EC Commercial Law and practiced from the College of Law at York, United Kingdom. Justice Ganju also pursued an online diploma in international acquisitions and mergers at College of Law, United Kingdom in the year 2005. As a practitioner, she took keen interest in the evolving models of litigation, particularly the alternate mode of dispute resolution. In the year 2018, she was certified as a mediator at Samadhan, Delhi High Court Mediation and Conciliation Center. In June 2018, Justice Ganju also attended an advanced international seminar on mediation effectively at Pepperdine Law School, Strauss Institute of Dispute Resolution, United States of America. Justice Ganju also remained committed to the cause of gender equality and took part in various initiatives to create awareness and to deliberate upon the challenges faced by women practitioners. In the year 2019, she was appointed as an executive member of Women in Law and Litigation Association. She also served on the Prevention of Sexual Harassment Committee for Manipal Hospitals, New Delhi, and Estocorp Group of Companies in New Delhi. Justice Ganju practiced primarily before the courts in Delhi, including the Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court. Her practice area was quite wide, and she advised and dealt with matters concerning various subject matters, including property law, inheritance law, civil laws, arbitration, company law, criminal law, and intellectual property laws. Under the original appellate and writ jurisdictions of the courts in Delhi and neighboring areas, Justice Ganju also took up significant non-litigation work and has worked extensively in advising clients on a variety of legal issues concerning their businesses, other transactions, contractual matters, and commercial and legal issues. She has also assisted the Delhi High Court as an arbitrator, mediator, and amicus in third-party disputes. In recognition of her vast experience and integrity gained over the years of practice, Justice Ganju was appointed as a permanent judge of Delhi High Court on May 18, 2022. As a judge, Justice Ganju has been known for her commitment to the speedy disposal of cases, her ability to understand the core of the issue, and to deliver a finding in an expeditious manner has been admired by members of the bar. We are confident that her stint at Karnataka High Court would be wholesome in a lot of ways. Every state has its own charm, and both litigants and litigation in every state add to the intellectual potential of a judge. It would be an opportunity for Justice Ganju to witness a different kind of litigation faced by different kind of litigants in a different kind of cultural setup. Both Justice Monga and Justice Ganju are leaving us for states which are known for their richness of culture and natural diversity. We are confident that they would make the best of their time in Rajasthan and Karnataka. We are equally confident that their presence in Rajasthan High Court and Karnataka High Court would be a significant value addition to those courts. Both Justice Monga and Justice Ganju have a long judicial career ahead, and on behalf of this court, I convey my best wishes for their journey on the path of justice. On behalf of this court, I wish you the very best for the future and pray for your good health for all times to come. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice, honorable members of this honorable court, Mr. Ved Prakash Sharma, representing the Bar Council of Delhi, of which now I have to do duty as chairman, as if work was not already good enough in quantity. Mr. Hariharan, the president of this bar, Mr. Sachin Puri, the vice president, Mr. Sameer Vashisht, standing counsel GNCTD, all assembled senior advocates, whom I can see and cannot see, those joined virtually, whom obviously I can't see, family members of Justice Monga and Justice Ganju, and yes, a special mention of Pooja, who was so assiduously videographing her father's, the father's speech delivered by the Honorable Chief Justice, And that shows the daughter's love and affection and bonding which was there. And that said, Chief Saab, Pooja is known to almost achieve 100% in academics. She is topped always. And yes, when she did have 99%, she was crying. And her father asked, "Ab ro kyun rahe ho?" To kehte, "ek percent to mera kat gaya hai." So this is a reflection of the kind of academics that you drill into your children. And you can't drill that unless and until you yourself are committed to that. So I think your daughter has given a wonderful introduction for you, Justice Monga. And you were, of course, I mean, should I say this or should I not say this? It's a matter of some record. I'm saying it in a lighter vein. You're on a hat trick, sir, insofar as transfers are concerned. But they say that, yes, the only constant is change. So 20 or 22 years in Delhi, and you established yourself as a leading advocate. And the judgments that you gave here, Vikas Kumar versus State of Rajasthan, stating that a compassionate and reformative approach must be adopted when dealing with young individuals who may have committed minor transgressions. In Rohit Kumar versus State of Rajasthan and Narendra Singh versus State of Rajasthan, you denied a compassionate appointment to an adopted son, observing that adoption at the age of 18 was in direct conflict with the statutory requirement of Section 10, subsection 4 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. In Rohit Kumar versus State of Rajasthan, again you ruled that an order passed by the court for DNA profiling of the accused does not violate the constitutional protection against self-incrimination under Article 20, subsection 3. In Amritpal versus State of Rajasthan, again, your lordships held that pendency of a criminal case under 498A cannot disqualify a candidate from being appointed to a government post. And in the citations that there are many, but I don't know whether it is paradoxical or it is coincidental, of the 4 judgments, Vikas, Rohit Kumar and Amritpal, they all were against the state of Rajasthan. So Rajasthan has a special affection for you. Rajasthan otherwise is a very holy place. Jaipur is called as mini Vrindavan because Lord Govind Dev Ji, who is primarily from Vrindavan, he resides in the palace built by the king. So it's a big honor to be there. You are going to a very holy place. Nature apart and sportsmanship apart from what the Chief Justice said, it is a land of history. It's a land of great cultural diversity. Now, sir, the 4 aspects that need to be highlighted here is, insofar as POSCO Act was concerned, you fined a mother who abused POSCO laws to file a false allegation against an estranged husband in a matrimonial dispute. That shows the kind of neutral rectitude you bring to your judgments. Then investigation against an investigating officer. You ordered investigation who verbally abused the accused and the advocate outside the court premises, emphasizing that dignity and respect in law enforcement directed formal inquiry and written apology from the IO. You highlighted that delays should not be brooked, and of course, as the Honorable Chief Justice said, your temperament and your achievements, your man of quiet strength and modest demeanor carry an aura of calmness that reflects in your courtroom proceedings and the interactions beyond it as well. To sum up, insofar as Justice Monga is concerned, there is, I think, this is the 15th verse from the 12th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, because this is a time of change, this is a time of flux. Anirpekshaha Shutir Jaksha Udasino Gatavyataha Sarvarambha Parityagi yo mad bhaktaha same priya. When we were sitting alongside each other pre-lunch, I had an observation in his ear that it is not the outer event, the lack of the outer event or the embellishment of the outer event or the rising or the falling of how we perceive it. It's the equipoise inside us. It's the equilibrium inside us by which we can be judged as victors or losers. Otherwise, it's very subjective. Wishing you all the best, sir. There's just one last thing that I'll reserve once I complete Justice Tara Ganju's farewell reference. Justice Tara Ganju, as the Honorable Chief Justice corrected the pronunciation pre-lunch that it is the Jhelum River, Vitasta. And of course, Your Ladyship was referred to, and rightly so, as a star, and star you are of these proceedings also. So first generation lawyer, born and brought up in Delhi, graduated from the prestigious Sri Ram College, University of Delhi, in Bachelor of Law from the Faculty of Delhi, Law Faculty Delhi. First generation, as I've said, your work area was very diverse, from constitutional issues to commercial issues to arbitrations. Right across, you have handled an array of laws and jurisdictions. As a mediator, Your Ladyship has been associated with the High Court Mediation and Conciliation Center. You've attended an advanced international seminar at Pepperdine Law School, Strauss Institute of Dispute Resolution, USA, in 2018, and served on the Prevention of Sexual Harassment Committee at various prestigious organizations. All this while, Justice Ganju followed her pursuit for education, receiving the British Chevening Scholarship awarded by the British High Commission, completed her course in English, EC Commercial Law and Practice from the College of Law at York. Justice Ganju also pursued an online diploma, International Acquisitions and Mergers at College of Law, UK, 2005. Some of the judgments which are notable: X versus Government, 2024, whereby Your Ladyship directed that an acid act victim to receive the minimum compensation of 3 lakhs once the decision to award has been made, held that once the decision is taken, the compensation cannot be reduced below the threshold. Another one which is worthy of note is Bedram versus Union of India, deciding that more than 140 appeals by the villagers from Kilokri, whose lands were acquired more than 3 decades ago by the Yamuna Channelization Project, Justice Ganju enhanced the compensation from 89,600 to more than 2 lakhs per bigha, while ruling that in the potentiality of land as a factor in determining compensation was an important factor. Samrendra Das versus Win Medicare, a medical representative would not fall under the definition of skilled worker, would not be covered by the ID Act, is a landmark judgment. Indoj Consultant versus Govind Mishra, reversing an impugned order, allowing an application under Order 12, Rule 6 by a landlord in eviction suit holding that the landlord-tenant relationship is admitted by way of vague evasive denials. Ranjana Bhasin versus Surendra Singh Sethi and others, Justices Bhakru, whom Your Ladyship will be, of course, having as Your Lordship's colleague Chief Justice, observed that a party forfeits the right to file an application under Section 8 once it has filed the written statement in a civil suit. This apart, there is Anil Vadhwa versus MML Kapoor, rent control, India Mart versus Puma, in so far as e-commerce marketplaces are concerned, and Your Ladyship held that counterfeiting merely because it allows sellers to choose and display brands does not make that person liable. You drew a very conscious line, and a crucial one, between platform facilitation and seller accountability, thereby contributing significantly to jurisprudence on e-commerce platforms, liabilities in intellectual property concepts. There is a case to Stays Private Limited versus Commercial Court in 2025, along with Justice Bhakru, Chief Justice Bhakru. Justice Bhakru, as his lordship then was here, upheld an 18% interest award under the MSMED Act, reinforcing the finding of the Commercial Court that in a transaction involving disputed goods and defective supply, statutory interest regime is both applicable and exigent. The ruling affirmed the statutory architecture of commercial dispute in our country. So and so forth it is. And for you, Justice Ganju, there is the 15th shlok in the chapter 12. Yo na hrishyati na dreshti na shochati shubha shubh parityagi bhakti manaha same priyaha, which follows the earlier stroke, which is nirmamo nirhankaro samadukha sukha shami, again emphasizing the equipoise and the middle ground. And I am tempted, please don't take me amiss, either which ways, I am tempted to say something on this, which is deeply personal, and this applies to everybody of us. This is not a person specific. This is a general, as they say, an observation in rem, not in persona. तो वो ये है कि संसार की, किसी ने कहा है, संसार की परीक्षा करो, संसार की परीक्षा होनी चाहिए, परमेश्वर की प्रतीक्षा होनी चाहिए और स्वयं की समीक्षा होनी चाहिए. इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ, by wishing you all the very best in your future and onward journey to both Karnataka and Jaipur, this court bids you farewell with all the love, all the warmth, all the good wishes at our command and more, and may you do well, and may you be happy, and may you prosper. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay, companion judges, family members of Justice Arun Monga and Justice Tara Vitasta Ganju, Additional Solicitor General of India Shri Chetan Sharma, President Delhi High Court Bar Association Shri N. Hariharan, Vice President Shri Sachin Puri, Standing Council NCT of Delhi Shri Samir Vashisht, Executive Committee members Delhi High Court Bar Association, my former colleagues of BCD Shri Rajiv Khosla, Murari Tiwari and Rajesh Mishra, Presidents and members Executive Committee District Court Bar Associations, my dear friends of the fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. We gather here today in the spirit of tradition to bid farewell to Justice Arun Monga and Justice Tara Vitasta Ganju, who are now proceeding to continue their judicial journey in other high courts. Every farewell reference is a moment of reflection. It marks both a separation and a continuity. Judges may change courts, but the institution of justice remains united in its larger purpose. The bench and the bar together form two pillars of the same temple of justice, and their mutual respect sustains the dignity of this great institution. Justice Arun Monga, though his stint in this court was brief, made a strong and lasting impact through his able, enlightening and pragmatic judgments, particularly on the criminal side. His reasoned approach and clarity of thought earned the respect of both the bar and the bench. Even in a short period, he succeeded in making his presence felt and left an impression of judicial fairness and learning. Justice Tara Vitasta Ganju, before her elevation, was a vibrant and active member of Delhi High Court Bar Association. I recall from my own experience an instance when she appeared pro bono before the disciplinary committee of the Bar Council of India on behalf of an elderly widow in a matter concerning professional misconduct. The dedication and sensitivity with which she assisted that helpless lady reflects the very best traditions of the bar: compassion, courage, and commitment. These are the same qualities she brought with her to the bench. Transfers are an inherent part of judicial life. They bring new environment, new challenges, and new opportunities. While Delhi will certainly miss both of your lordships, we are confident that you will continue to enrich the judicial process in your new jurisdictions with the same dedication and distinction. We part today not with any sense of farewell, but with the hope that your journey in the judicial service of the nation continues to be purposeful, enriching, and rewarding. On behalf of Bar Council of Delhi and personally on behalf of the Bar Council of India, I extend our respectful regards and warmest good wishes to both your lordships. May your tenure in your new high courts be fulfilling, and may you continue to serve the cause of justice with the same integrity and spirit that have always guided you. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chief Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay, all companion judges of the full court, learned ASG Chetan Sharma, the family of Justice Ganju, Standing Counsel Shri Mani Vasisht, Standing Counsel Criminal, Advocate members of the Bar Council of Delhi, Shri VP Sharma, Co-Chairman, Bar Council of India and representative of the Bar Council of Delhi, Shri Sachin Puri, Vice President, Shri Kunal Malhotra, the Joint Secretary of the Bar Association, my dear executive associates, the daughter of Justice Arun Monga, all learned senior advocates, my friends and colleagues and members of the bar who have come in large numbers today. Today we have gathered here to bid farewell to two of our distinguished judges, Justice Arun Monga and Justice Tara Vitasta Ganju. Justice Arun Monga's journey to the bench reflects both discipline and versatility. Schooled in Punjab, where his father served in the judicial service, Justice Monga excelled early on in earning a BSc in chemistry with a first division from the DAV College, Chandigarh, and later a law degree with distinction from the Punjab University. His formative years combined scholarship with a passion for teaching, as he taught chemistry while studying law. Beginning practice at the Chandigarh High Court in 1991 as a first-generation lawyer, he soon made Delhi his primary seat, where he spent 2 decades representing a wide spectrum of institutional and individual clients, across both litigation and advisory work. His professional background gave him a holistic appreciation of law, not only as a set of doctrines, but also as a lived framework for business institutions and individuals. On the bench, Justice Monga came to be known for a sensitive and insightful approach, particularly in criminal law matters. His judgments reveal a careful balance between legal rigor and humane understanding of circumstances. Beyond the courtroom, he has remained an avid sportsman and a lover of nature, qualities that lent him vitality and perspective. And since I too once studied chemistry, let me confess, while most of us spent our lab hours desperately trying to balance equations, Justice Monga has spent his brief time on the bench of the Delhi High Court showing us how to balance the real elements: law, reason, and humanity. That's the kind of chemistry experiment the bar truly values. The sudden end to his tenure here is perhaps even more deeply felt because he had once practiced at this very bar, and therefore it did not take him long to settle into the rhythms of this court. Sir, the bar will deeply miss your presence and hope that both of you, in fact, return to it at a later point of time. because age is at your end. And as Mr. Sharma had said, transfers are a way of life. It happens today, it will happen again tomorrow. As far as Justice Tara Vitasta Ganju is concerned, Honorable Justice Tara Vitasta Ganju, a first-generation lawyer again, was born in 1971 in New Delhi. From her early years at Sardar Patel Vidyalaya to graduating with honors in political science from Lady Sri Ram College in 1992, she has had deep roots in this city, studying here, training here, and beginning her practice here. She obtained her law degree from the Faculty of Law, University of Delhi in 1995, and went on to receive the prestigious British Chevening Scholarship in 1999, which enabled her to pursue advanced studies in Commercial College of Law at the College of Law, York. She further enriched her experience and expertise through a diploma in international acquisitions and mergers, training in mediation at Samadhan, something which our chief also spoke, saying that this is one of her areas of interest and specialization, which she will bring to at Bangalore, where she is now going to go. An advanced dispute resolution, which was also obtained from the Pepperdine Law School in the United States. Alongside her practice, she has contributed to institutional and professional initiatives, serving with women in law and litigation association, and supporting gender justice and workplace fairness through committee work. Before her elevation to the bench on 18th of May 2022, Justice Ganju practiced primarily before the Delhi High Court, while also appearing in the Supreme Court and other fora in a practice that spanned property, inheritance, arbitration, intellectual property, and constitutional law. There is a fair bit. She also assisted this court in various capacities as an arbitrator, mediator, and amicus curiae, earning the confidence of the bench and the bar alike. Once elevated, she quickly established herself as a judge who was exceptionally well prepared and thorough, combining diligence and efficiency. Her courtroom was marked by discipline and a notably high disposal rate, which never came at the cost of fairness or attentiveness. Advocates often remarked that her preparedness was itself a form of respect for the counsel, for the litigants, and for the institution. The abruptness of her transfer is therefore felt even more deeply by this bar, because she has very much been one of our own, steeped in traditions of Delhi, both in her education and in her practice. And if I may add in a lighter note, in school, she would have been a student who had always had her homework done before the class began. Something every lawyer who appeared before her court would readily testify. As she departs, we record our gratitude for her service and extend our warmest wishes for her continued journey in the judiciary. But as we say our farewells today, it would be remiss not to acknowledge the deep unease that has gripped the bar in recent years. Over the last couple of years, we have witnessed transfers of judges to and from Delhi High Court. Transfers are, of course, contemplated by the Constitution. Yet when their frequency, scale, and pattern begins to alter the composition of a court, they raise concerns that go beyond individual cases. The Delhi High Court is not just another constitutional court. It occupies a unique place in our judicial architecture. Delhi is the only city that houses all three levels of the Indian judiciary: the subordinate courts, the High Court, and the Supreme Court. The High Court here serves as an axle that connects the two ends, interpreting and shaping the law from below while also dialoguing constantly with the nation's highest court. Its jurisprudence and its character has been shaped by that unique position and by generations of lawyers and judges who have lived, practiced, and served this city. Delhi is also a city of migration and movement. It has always welcomed people from across India. Our bar too has embraced judges and lawyers from all over the country. I repeat, each one of the judges who have come from outside are equally welcome. This is not to detract the fact that we do not in any way say that they are unwelcome here. They are most welcome, and we find that the moment they come here, they become one of us. So when I speak for all of you, I speak for all the judges of this august bench. But this process, which I am talking of, has historically been organic. It has allowed individuals to become a part of the rhythms of this institution, to understand its traditions, and to absorb its ethos. The constitutional scheme, which carefully balanced executive influence with judicial autonomy, is placed under strain when transfers are deployed in a manner that disrupts the organic process of building institutional memory and judgment within collegiums. At its heart, it is not a matter of administration, it is a matter of constitutional design. Judicial independence is not a privilege of judges, it is the people's right, and only an independent judiciary can safeguard their liberties. Having said that, for the bar, therefore, this is not a matter of personalities or individual postings. It is a matter of principle. We must insist that appointments and transfers be carried out in a manner that strengthens rather than undermines the constitutional scheme. We must remind ourselves that the independence requires not only insulation from external pressures, but also internal transparency that commands public confidence. Our association has raised these concerns in appropriate fora and will continue to do so. But it is not a question of confrontation between the bench and the bar. It is a question of dialogue, of vigilance, and of preserving institutional trust on which the judiciary rests. The Delhi High Court Bar will continue in being fidel and responsible to the traditions of this august court. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chief Justice Shri Devendra Kumar Upadhyay ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Arun Monga, Honorable Ms. Justice Vitasta Ganju, and the companion Honorable Judges, Shri Chetan Sharma, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, Shri Ved Prakash Sharma, Representative Bar Council of Delhi, Shri Sanjay Law, Standing Counsel Criminal GNCTD, Shri N. Hariharan, Senior Advocate and President of Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Sachin Puri, Senior Advocate and Vice President of Delhi High Court Bar Association, all learned senior advocates present today, and my team of panel lawyers of GNCTD and other distinguished guests. We gather this evening with a mix of respect, admiration, and, my lord, if I may add, farewells in judiciary are never easy, and this one feels particularly sudden. Both Justice Monga and Justice Ganju have in their own distinct ways become part of the rhythm of Delhi High Court, and it is difficult to imagine our courtrooms without their presence. Their transfers, one to Rajasthan High Court and other to Karnataka High Court, have come rather unexpectedly. Yet, as members of Bar, we gather not to question the winds of change, but to acknowledge with pride and gratitude the mark they leave behind. Justice Arun Monga, in matter of months, became a familiar and respected figure as a judge in the criminal jurisdiction of this court. His reputation preceded him of being prompt, clear-minded, and unsparing in imparting justice. Those who have appeared before him speak of his discipline, his ability to cut through needless complexity, and his instinct to deliver justice swiftly and decisively. My lord, I personally appeared before you, not here, but much earlier when your lordship sat on a bench of Punjab and Haryana High Court. It was 3rd December 2018 in a long pending civil writ concerning an elderly couple entangled in litigation against a builder. What had lingered for years was resolved that very day. Not merely with legal reasoning, but with sense of fairness that gave that couple their peace and dignity back. That day left an impression that I still carry for you, sir. His brief tenure here was only reaffirmed what many already knew, that Justice Monga brings to the bench a clarity born not just of legal training, but of sincere desire to do right. In times where justice often seems delayed by its own processes, he reminded us what judicial promptness truly means. Justice Vitasta Ganju, on the other hand, represent a different but equally inspiring journey. Many of us remember her as the finest lawyer of her generation, a formidable presence on the civil side, with a sharp intellect and a remarkable ability to simplify the most complex legal issues. Her arguments, especially in the matters concerning the Hindu Succession Amendment Act, were often ahead of their time. She navigated the murky waters of retrospectivity and prospectivity of Section 7 with rare lucidity, contributing to a debate that shaped the understanding of property rights for women across the country. On the bench, Justice Ganju carried the same combination of intellect and grace. Her capacity to manage a large volume of matters with precision and composure earned her deep respect across the bar. The Delhi High Court Bar Association's representation to the Honorable Chief Justice of India, requesting reconsideration of her transfer, stands as a testament of the esteem in which she is held by the bar. Both these judges represent what the institution should always aspire to be: learned, human, and quietly steadfast. Their departure leaves a visible void in this court, more so because they leave not at a natural culmination of long tenure, but in the midst of it. But perhaps that is the nature of judicial life, to serve wherever called with the same dignity and devotion. To Justice Monga, I wish continued success in Rajasthan, where his sense of urgency and fairness will no doubt touch many more lives. And to Justice Ganju, who now carries the torch to Karnataka, I wish the serenity and recognition that her remarkable mind deserves. On behalf of legal team of GNCTD and personally as someone who has admired both, I extend my deepest respect, gratitude, and good wishes. While concluding, sir and ma'am, I may only say, may the next chapters of your journeys bring not only professional fulfillment, but also peace, the kind that comes from knowing that wherever you go, your fairness, your grace, and wisdom will continue to speak for you. I wish the very best to both of you. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice, my esteemed colleagues on the bench, Mr. Chetan Sharma, Additional Solicitor General of India, Mr. Samir Vashist, Standing Counsel, Government of NCT, New Delhi, Mr. Ved Prakash Sharma, Member Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. N. Hariharan, President of Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sachin Puri, Vice President of the Bar Association, all other elected representatives of Bar, learned members of the bar, and my dear family and friends. When I first took oath as a judge, a senior colleague told me, from now on, let your judgments do the talking. They will speak long after you stop. At that time, I smiled, perhaps not fully understanding. But over the years, I've realized how deeply true those words are. It is said, and rightly so, that a judge must not speak in public. His judgments must speak for him. A judge's true voice is not in speeches or appearances, but in the reasoning, restraint, and reflection left behind in his judgments. Those words, once written, become our quiet conversation with the law and with those who follow it. The same principle applies to the bar, though in a different way. When the bar speaks of a judge, it should also speak through his judgments and of his judgments. Within every judgment lies more than text. It carries the conviction of a judge, his sense of fairness, his understanding of human nature, and his reflections on life. Through the bar's engagement, these layers come alive. The bar becomes the voice that carries the bench's work forward. Each time you interpret, question it, or challenge a judgment before a higher court, you breathe life into those words. As I'm here before you today, I cannot help but reflect on my own journey, which began very much in Delhi. I came to Delhi in 1996 to shift my primary seat of practice. Until then, I shuttled between Chandigarh and Delhi trying to find my place. In 1997, against my family's wishes, I moved permanently to Delhi. It felt like a gamble, leaving the comfort of home for what seemed like an alien city. When I first walked into Delhi High Court, I was struck by the brilliance of the senior members of the bar and the wisdom of the judges. It was humbling, yet aspiring. What seemed a risk then turned out in hindsight to be one of the best decisions in my life. Delhi, I discovered, is remarkably kind to outsiders. It embraces those who work hard, persevere, and remain sincere. The bar here soon adopted me as one of its own, and I say this with deep sense of emotion. In life, it is often the adoptive relationships that matter more than the biological ones. I owe it to this bar for being my adoptive parent. I set up my practice in Delhi brick by brick without joining any chamber, guided by sheer perseverance and destiny. My struggle was not only about finding work, but also about managing deadlines as one-man army, which of course later grew into AMLO. We used to call it Arun Monga Law Offices, AMLO. I practiced here from 1996 to 2018, 22 eventful years. In 2018, I took oath as a judge, and today, as I sit here before you, having completed these many years on bench, when I came to the bench of this court, I came as one of your own, and as I leave one of your own. That does not end with the transfer, it only deepens with time and memory. When I came to Delhi, my daughter, sitting right here, she was just all of 9 months old. She took her first baby steps in Delhi. As she grew up, she found her father always busy. And when I became a judge, she nicknamed me as MIA, Missing in Action. I owe her a special thanks for being so understanding and for realizing that my family life often becomes the first casualty of judicial duty. And I hope she will someday understand that her father's silences were not of absence, but of duty. I must acknowledge the quiet sacrifices my parents have made. When I was first transferred from Punjab and Haryana High Court to Rajasthan in 2023, my father was battling a serious ailment under treatment at PGI in Chandigarh. Knowing that, I furnished a house for them in Chandigarh so they could remain in their familiar surroundings. But despite all this, they both chose to move with me to Jodhpur. And not out of necessity, but out of sheer love, so that they would not be leaving me alone in a new city. The truly fortunate ones are those who continue to have their parents' presence, their blessings, their warmth, their watchful eyes, wherever they go. In that sense, I count myself blessed. In fact, whenever someone would ask me, "Do your parents live with you?" I would smile and say, "No, I live with my parents." My deepest gratitude to them for their guidance, patience, and unwavering love. The one judgment of life I can never hope to appeal. This court and this bar have been more than professional spaces. They have been home to me. The conversations, arguments, and the camaraderie which has shaped me first as a lawyer and then as a judge, I owe it a deep sense of gratitude. The relationship between the bench and the bar is a dialogue, one that strengthens institutions, deepens understanding, and refines justice. If I have contributed even a small part to that dialogue, I consider myself privileged. And to the members of the bar, thank you for your assistance, your patience, your courtesy, and above all, your faith in me. You have agreed and disagreed with equal conviction, but always with respect and sincerity. And that, to me, is the highest tradition of advocacy. As I take leave of this court and move to another, I carry with me memories of spirited arguments, gentle humor, moments of reflection, and the satisfaction that comes from the pursuit of justice together, both as a bar and bench. The courtrooms may change, the surroundings may differ, but the ideals we serve, fairness, dignity, and justice, they shall remain constant. If in the days to come you read any of my judgments and they provoke thought, debate, or even a dissent, I shall take comfort in knowing that my words continue to speak. For that ultimately is all a judge can hope for. To my esteemed colleagues on the bench and to the members of the bar, thank you once again. And a special thanks to my staff, Sangeeta Sharma, the court master who is sitting here, Sarika Verma, she's in absentia, she's already gone to Jodhpur to make arrangements. Damini Yadav, senior PA, she's sitting here. Raman and Naveen, the two young boys, PA and the steno, who worked tirelessly with me, often 12 hours a day. And to my right, 4 young law researchers who are sitting here, Divya, Rajiv, Priya and Sara. Thank you. Thank you for all your warm support and patience. In the parting, I must say, our dialogue between the bench and bar continues, only the setting has changed. Life is a journey. However, being a judge is destination for me, though semantics may change. I have always believed that a judge's true calling lies in serving humanity, and that is all I have been doing, and that shall always remain the essence of my endeavor. And may justice always prevail with wisdom, compassion, and courage. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable the Chief Justice, my brother and sister judges of this court, the learned Additional Solicitor General, the Secretary and members of Bar Council of India and Bar Council of Delhi, the President and office bearers of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, senior advocates, senior members of the bar, officers of the registry of this court, my family members and distinguished guests present. I'm grateful and humbled by the kind words you've all spoken about me. Yes, change is an inseparable part of a judge's life, yet some transitions are harder than others. Saying goodbye to this court, a place that has shaped me, not only my career, but my very understanding of justice stirs deep emotions. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt thanks to the Honorable the Chief Justice and all my brother and sister judges for the warmth, guidance, and camaraderie that I have experienced throughout my tenure here. The Delhi High Court is known not merely for its intellectual rigor, but for its strength of its collective spirit. It has been a privilege to share the bench with learned and upright colleagues whose commitment to justice continues to inspire me. To the members of the bar, I owe a deep sense of gratitude. The bar of this court is vibrant, articulate, and fearless, qualities that ensure that the judiciary remains alive to its constitutional role. I began my journey in the legal profession in the year 1995, when I enrolled at the bar, with a sense of idealism and curiosity that I still cherish to this day. The intervening years have been a continuous process of learning, from mentors who guided me, colleagues who inspired me, and even the adversaries who challenged me. When eventually I was called to the bench, I realized how much this institution had shaped my understanding of the law and justice itself. Truly, this court has taught me all that I know about the law, about fairness, about the profound responsibility that comes with judging others. It has been my greatest teacher and my constant guide. I have always believed that justice is best served when the bar and bench work together in mutual respect. I take this opportunity to thank every counsel who appeared before me, whether seasoned or young, for the assistance and courtesy and sincerity you have ever shown. If I was ever firm in the court, it was only in the larger interest of maintaining decorum and discipline that this noble institution demands. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg so eloquently said, "Fight for the things that you care about. but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. These words resonate deeply within the judicial calling. For judges, the fight is not one of confrontation, but one of conviction, to uphold the law, the rule of law, with humility, reason, and fairness, so that others too may find faith in justice. The judiciary, in my view, is not a mere arbiter of disputes, but also a guardian of constitutional promise, promise of liberty, equality, and justice for all. It is our solemn duty to ensure that the law remains a shield for the weak and not a sword for the powerful. The confidence of the people in this institution is its greatest strength, and that confidence must be preserved through integrity, independence, and transparency. And to the younger members of the bar, you are the future of this profession. Cultivate discipline, humility, and patience. A true measure of an advocate is not the number of cases argued, but the fairness and dignity with which they are conducted. Never lose sight of the fact that the profession of law, above all else, is a service to the court, to your clients, and to society. I must acknowledge the tireless efforts of all the worthy registrars, including the Registrar Generals of this court and the registry officers, all my court staff, stenographers, law researchers, and all those who form the invisible backbone of this institution. Their quiet efficiency and devotion ensure that justice moves day after day with dignity and order. I am conscious that working late into the night or over weekends has at times invited criticism or misunderstanding. Yet, I have never regarded diligence as a fault. The demands of justice do not always keep to the clock, and our foremost duty must remain to the nation and to the litigants who seek relief from us. Personal comfort or even the prospect of disapproval cannot outweigh the obligation we owe to the cause of justice. I am deeply grateful to my family. My mother is here, and as is my daughter, for their constant support, patience, and understanding. The life of a judge often demands long hours of solitude, yet they have stood by me uncomplainingly, don't cry, giving me peace of mind to discharge my duties with integrity. Of course, given the sudden events, not my entire family has been able to attend. If you cry, then I'll cry. As I prepare to take up my new assignment, smile. I carry with me the lessons and memories of this court, its discipline, its intellectual vibrancy, and above all, its unwavering commitment to justice. My years here have been amongst the most fulfilling of my judicial journey. I hope to continue serving the cause of justice in the same spirit and with the same devotion that this court embodies. Thank you all for your affection and goodwill. I wish this court and everyone associated with it continued strength and excellence. Every ending carries the promise of return. My wish is at this moment is an au revoir, not a goodbye, a pause, not a conclusion, until we see each other again. Thank you.